Constantino, pound for pound.
Little Giant Boxing.
There's two that big names that interest, Sonny Edwards and
How about Sonny
Martinez.
Edwards? I saw you going back and forth.
You know what? Sonny Edwards is he's just a fighter. Boxes really good, great fighter, champion. Can't take nothing away from him. But he's opening his mouth a little too much. Saying that Bam doesn't want to fight him. If I said our first choice is Gallo Estrada, then are we afraid of Sonny Edwards? Are we choosing to go fight Gallo Estrada, who is probably the best? He's actually pound for pound one of the best. So he just putting up comments to try to get us into making that fight. But we said that before we found out he signed with Matchroom. Now that he signed with Matchroom, shit, this could be our next fight, and it should be our next fight against Sonny Edwards.
What do you think about that fight?
Well, Sonny Edwards is a good boxer, man. That's why we will take the challenge, because it is a great fight. It is going to be a good fight. But to say that we're afraid of him, Sonny Edwards, is totally incorrect, man.
Robert,
definitely, Bam's not afraid of him. He's not afraid of nobody.
Robert, you and your son Pita predicted what was already happening right now to Bam, like his career unfolding, him becoming superstar little by little. Like, talk about that.
Easy, bro. He's 23, still 23. 3 more years, we'll see a little bit more, and then 6 more years, and we'll see a lot more.
Well,
he's got a bright future, man.
What can the fans expect in a few years?
Well, you know what? I think this kid's special, and I think this kid could be a multiple division champion. 4 divisions, 5, possibly even 6 one day. Because everything's possible. He's really good. I see the former champion Magdaleno. And he's not much bigger than Bam, and he's fighting at featherweight. I see the other champion, MJ, and he's not bigger than Bam either. So can Bam compete in those divisions? In the future, he will, but we still have to take our time. He's only 23, so once his body keeps developing a little bit more and everything, then little by little he'll be fighting at those weight divisions. I know he will.
All right, switching topics. David Benavidez, what would you think about his performance against Caleb Plant?
You know what? I think, what I thought, he was going to dominate. I know the first few rounds were a little bit difficult because Caleb Plant's a great fighter, man. Nothing away from Caleb Plant. And Caleb showed a lot of heart. He fought like he said he would. He's a true warrior, but, there's just where you have a fighter that's better than you, and that's just the way it was. Benavidez was better. Benavidez was stronger. Benavidez just had everything above Caleb, but Caleb never gave up. He fought with a great heart, and Benavidez showed that he's a real deal at that division.
All right, and obviously the fight you told me you want to watch is him against Canelo, right?
I don't think we'll see that fight, bro. I would love to see it, but I don't think we'll see that fight. I don't think we'll see that fight. We might never see Canelo fight again after his next fight. I don't know. I just think Canelo has already accomplished so much, and I think this fight in Mexico with Ryder is a fight where he's gonna make a decision. I think Canelo knows, that he's already, he's 33, so we could say he's still young, but he turned pro at 15. He's been through so many training camps, so many diets, so many sparring matches, plus the fights, obviously. So his body's already had a lot of, he has a lot of miles in there. So, his last 2 performances have been great. Against Bivol, even against Triple G, even though he clearly beat him, there was still more he could have done, but he didn't. The last 3-4 rounds, I think Triple G finished a little bit stronger than Canelo himself, where it should have been the other way around. I truly believe that Canelo's using this fight with Ryder to see how he feels and where he's at. And I wouldn't be surprised that after the fight, he said, tells the world, thank you for supporting me, but this was my last fight.
All right. And what do you make of both Charlo brothers calling out Canelo? One of them wants to fight him in Mexico, and little Charlo saying.
See, at this point right now, both have a big chance, because I'm telling you, we don't know what. If Canelo goes out and dominates and he feels so strong, then definitely he's going to continue. Then he's going to try to fight the rematch with Bivol and maybe even beat him if he looks strong and sensational. But I think he's using this fight to see where he's at and to make a decision.
And lastly, did you get a chance to see Tank training yesterday? What did you think?
I haven't seen Tank training, no. Where does he train?
He trains at Barry's Gym in Las
The
Vegas.
fuck? Then I don't go to Vegas. How am I going to see him train?
Like Twitter or Instagram or YouTube.
Oh, it was a media worker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, media workers, nobody trains, like for reals.
It's like a half-ass training.
Yeah, shadow boxing. What did he do? Did he spar?
He did exactly what you said. He just did like a half.
Exactly. So what the fuck? Why are you asking me if I seen that? Am I going to say something about that?
What's your prediction for that fight, Robert?
Man, you know what? The odds and everything, I'm pretty sure, and even myself, it's,
Still picking Ryan?
Well, yes, I am, but on everybody should, and we should think Tank is the favorite because he's already a 3-division champion. Ryan has never even been a champion, but I still pick Ryan because Ryan's speed and power is something that you could be losing the first 11 rounds, but you land that one punch and you still got the chance. He's got power, man. He's got speed, so I still pick Ryan.
You're gonna put some money on Ryan?
No, I'm not. I never bet on fights, but I'm still not gonna put money. But I think he's got a chance. Of course, he's got that speed and power. So if he lands, he's gonna hurt him.
All right, and lastly, talk to us about Raymond Muratalla. He's fighting Nakathila. Talk to me about that fight real quick.
Tú fuiste el único que me ha preguntado de eso, güey. Ni un otro güey me pregunta de mis peleadores. That's badass, bro. Neta, güey. Todos están hablando de pinche Joshua, de Wilder, de pinche Tank y Davis. You're the only one that asked me about one of my own fighters. Not even Bam, they're asking me, bro.
So talk to me about him. He's
Right, bro?
Raymond Muratalla is on the rise. Like
You know what? This is his big shot.
You think
big
it's coming out party?
This is gonna be it, bro. Cause look, he's not one of those kids that likes to be on social media or anything like that.
It's really quiet.
Yeah, very quiet, and they've asked him, they told him do it, but no, that's just not his style. So he's gonna prove it he's gonna show it by fighting, by letting people see his fight. It's on pay-per-view on a huge undercard that thousands and thousands are gonna tune in to watch the fight. Honestly, it's a great card, and so many people want to see Lomachenko versus Haney that they're gonna tune in. They're gonna see Raymond. I think it is one of those fights that he's gonna show what he really is. The kid is talented. I've been saying it for many years before anybody knew who he was, and I said it before with Bam too. Those two kids are special, and I think Murata is one of those. I think he's one of those. He will show what he really is, and after that, people are gonna they always put like the top 8, and they don't put him yet, but I think they will. They will put him in the top maybe 4 or 5 lightweights in the world.
Obviously, a win is a win, but do you want him to knock out Nakathila?
Well, you know what? It's really nice to win by knockout and make that statement, but we don't go in there looking for that because Nakathila's dangerous, bro. He's dangerous. He's got experience. He's a solid guy. So we got to be smart, but definitely if that comes, he's gonna take advantage of it and do it because that would be putting a statement in the division.
And obviously, he's under the banner of top rank. There's a lot of fighters in that weight division. I saw him. I saw Keyshawn always talking about him too, saying like he's not at his level yet. Like, which fight do you like for Muratalla?
There's so many fights I like with, bro. There's so many fights. The champion is great, and if he wins, he holds all belts. If he loses, then Lomachenko still holds all belts, and he's fucking great too. So it's a tough division right now, and just those two that are the champions or could be the champion. The rest are also great. Keyshawn Davis is also great, but those are fights that are going to happen in the future. There will be huge fights in the future. There's so many fights out there, but we got to take it fight by fight. We don't talk about fighting Keyshawn because one day we will, but right now we're not. They know he's not fighting us either. He doesn't want to fight us either because I'm pretty sure he also knows that one day it could turn out to be a huge fight where both make millions of dollars. Why would they fight right now for a couple $100,000? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way boxing is, and they're both on the rise. They're both looking really good in their fights. So one day that fight's going to be huge.
All right. Anything you want to leave us with, Robert, before I let you go?
No, bro.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate your time.
All right, bro.